Here I have your 2015 model VX405. This is from Clarion. This is the brand new model it just hit. They have all their new stuff, the 605, which I've already reviewed for the GPS navigation, all in one. So if you're interested in that piece, be sure to check my video for that one. This one here is the VX. VX stands for video only, N is for navigation. So the VX405, this piece here is a dual zone, so that way you can do Bluetooth, front zone audio, as well as rear zone entertainment simultaneously. It has a lot of stuff built into it. It's got 6 channels of RCA audio outputs, 2 volt on the voltage size, high pass filter, low pass filter, front, rear, and subwoofer preamp outputs, built-in BDQ, which is significant to Clarion, it's their own proprietary deal, 3-band parametric equalizer, built-in Bluetooth hands-free, and audio streaming with their new technology for the streaming, so to try to replicate it, make it more as close to CD quality sound as possible. They got that. Plus, a really huge thing is this button right here, which is the Siri Integration, so that way you can communicate through your system, touch of a button, hands off, just do your thing. Talk to your phone just like you do if you have no life. Talk to your phone, I guess. Do it right through your radio. You got all that on the screen. You have a 6-inch. On your bottom left, you have your analog 3.5mm input. You have your micro SD slot right there. Menu button, display button. Front and rear mode is right there. Clock, always handy to see what time it is, because you got to know what time it is, right? And then all this, you'll notice, is totally different. So if you have a VX404, if you've seen any other Clarion in the last couple of years, you'll notice that this looks a whole lot different than it ever has. The analog, like radio tuner, that's always looked really cool. The analog old school tuner, that looks the same. They haven't messed that up at all, so that's really cool. I love this. You don't want to mess around with perfection. It had all the classics layouts. You could use the buttons. You could scroll the little knob. I love that. That's to me is cool. When I first saw that, I just fell in love with it. So they kept that. You got all your home screen, which starts with the tuner, HDMI, Sirius XM if you have it so connected, telephone for Bluetooth and hands-free calling. Moving along, iPod audio, USB SD audio if you're using that. Disc audio, which is located on the top to slot load. Pandora, of course, have the app on your phone ready to utilize and have it paired. Bluetooth audio disc, USB, blah blah blah, iPod video. I mean, it's all right there. Very straightforward. As far as the settings screen, this thing is exactly like the year before. I can't find really much of anything that's different. I've looked and I've looked, I don't find anything. But if you've never seen my old videos, you don't know me, shame on you, because this is the place to go, man. But if you want to see what Clarion has as far as the functionality for the settings, let me show you. Up here, you're going to notice there's 4 little icons, and these are all the sub-menus. So on your main, you got your language. I'll show you what you have your choices as. English, Canadian French, Mexican Spanish. Shortcut menu. You can set that so that way on your home screen, you can take any one of these and place them right there onto your home screen. You choose. I don't know why I just did that. Your time, obviously, 24 or 12-hour settings. Beep, turn it on and off if you want to hear it when you hit the buttons. Bluetooth, turn it on and off. Bluetooth device, nothing's paired. Wallpaper, you can set your own imagery right onto the screen. Illumination Color, this is totally optical. You can create it from over 768 colors like they have on their high-end and CX and CZ series units. Illumination Color, I'll just show you really quick. You can customize your own. Just make it whatever you want it to be. You can just make it scan and roll around and bug out. Input auxiliary source. My goodness, I can't talk. Input aux sense. You know what? I'm not even going to mess with you. You're pissing me off. Animation effect. Turn it on, turn it off. Telephone speaker. You could have it on the left speaker, right speaker, respectively. Camera audio. If you so have a unit that's compatible with the feature, you can actually have it through your speakers while you're doing your reverse or backup features. And of course your version, so if you need to check what's going on with all this gobbledygook, that's there. DVD video settings. Audio settings, which is where I'm always going to spend the most amount of time. Balance fader, boring, BDQ, these are all the presets that can be customized. Unfortunately for Clarion, they don't give you any kind of graph to give you an idea of what's going on. So in my opinion, I don't like that. Customize for me is the way to go. However, Clarion is big with this parametric stuff. I've never been huge on it. I'm more of a graphic kind of guy. I like to see bars and things up and down. I like this. I'm very visual. Unfortunately, it scores very low in that respect for me. However, it will still be able to give you all the settings and sound at the end of the day that any other radio that I would go crazy for can do. It can do. It just does it a different way, and that's okay. So you got a BDQ, which is factory set. Subwoofer control, you can turn it up and down like most radios. Subwoofer phase, normal or reverse if you have inverted subs. High pass filter, you have 3 settings, so you can block 60, 90 up to 120 hertz. Same thing on the sub. High pass filter, that's what I just talked about. Low pass filter, magnet bass EQ, turn it on and off. And then you got all your regular settings. Passwords, so you can block passwords, parentals for your kids so they can't see bad, naughty stuff. Audio languages, subtitles, blinking LEDs. When you turn it off, it has a little light that blinks once in a while. Screen calibration, which nobody ever uses. Factory defaults, if you just want to start over from scratch. It's all right there. Forgive me if I'm rushing. My camera's going to die any second. But this is the VX405. I don't want to waste a whole lot of people's time just going over the same old stuff that I've done last year, because there's so few changes aesthetically in the settings portion of this unit from the VX404. So if you want to really get in depth and know everything there is to know about the settings on this VX405, just for the heck of it, look at the VX404, because you'll see no difference. But that's my review. The Siri incorporation is new. The layout, the style of the diagonal stuff, bringing back the old school from the late 90s, that's all new. The HDMI input, which is very cool, especially at this price point, that's new. So there is some stuff that's happening. Obviously, this home screen is different, so it's a really nice, classy, clean piece made by a good quality vendor. I like Clarion. So if this is what you might be looking for, go get yourself one. It's a VX405 by Clarion. Here we are at the back side of this VX405. And I want to show you what we have. Over here we have this Sirius XM expansion plug right there, analog antenna input. Way down here I'm going to try to show you. There's your USB. Over there is your HDMI input plug. Standard 16 power speaker harness right here. Over here is your harness for your video output, inputs, camera, steering wheel, controls, etc. Over here, all your RCA preamp outputs, lots of them. Auxiliary 2 video input, output, auxiliary, sub, front and rear, you name it, it's all right here. Tons of RCA. So if you want expansion, oh man, you got it here. Outside of the box is quite an array of different things. You have your manual, trim ring, P-tie for whatever reason, 2 adapters to clip on for the e-brake, I presume. Over here you have a microphone, full function wireless remote control, not too big, not too small, I like it. Nice job. There's that 16-pin power speaker harness I was talking about. If you have an existing Clarion and you're just upgrading, just use the same one, folks. No need to change. Over here, USB extension, which is lovely, nice to see. Love to see that kind of stuff. Love to see manufacturers giving the goodies away. Unlike some of them out there, which I won't mention their names. So I try to keep it positive. Clarion's giving a whole lot for the money. There's your VX405 backside.